And in that moment, Nick, I realized that if you don't educate people, they never know. And because sometimes the culture said that it's normal, they normalize what we are doing, okay? And I said, no, we cannot normalize anymore domestic violence in Latino community, for example, or any other community, okay? Moving to this country, I became a single mom, have to clean in houses many years, and try to work hard because I want to give a good future to my children, a better life that I didn't have. Well, was not easy, but it was not impossible.
Hey, this is Nick Armstrong, and you are watching the Founded in FoCo podcast. Every episode, we get a chance to talk to an innovative mover and shaker in our nonprofit, freelancer, creative startup community. And today, we are here with Dr. Perdigon from Empower You Now Consulting. Dr. Perdigon, welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Nick, for your invitation. I am so happy to be with you today and share, my experience and any other, information that would be okay for people attending to the conference.
We're right around the corner. It's coming right up. Tell us about your session at Founded in FoCo. What can someone expect?
Well, I think that people can expect in my session too many benefits. For example, my section is going to be bilingual. We are going to have translated over there, so it can be in Spanish or also in English. And it's what I decide to present in Spanish is because many times Latinos don't have the opportunity to, attend to those kind of events. And I think that was important to offer them something in Spanish. And of course, always trying to be inclusive and consider people who speak English, who attend also and understand, the information that I am going to share with all of you. Um, Talking about mental or emotional health is important for me. It's something that is happening for the last, it has been happening for many years, but I think I would like to emphasize that after the COVID, many things have changed in our life. And this is why, I am not the therapist. I don't have the license and how to see people one on one, but I have the training and how to educate people about mental health or emotional health and offer them support. Okay.
How did you get your start in entrepreneurship?
I am from Caracas, Venezuela. I moved to this country 30 years ago with my family and I became a single mom. Why? Well, it's another podcast. But I think that for today, I just want to say that I become a single mom, Latina, women of color, strong accent, two kids that I have to feed. Thank God I complete my job as a mom. Well, still working on it, but at this point, my two children graduate from university. They have a diploma and I complete my master degree, my PhD, my education here. And so for many years, I work in higher education. But as you can see, I am wearing oxygen. Life happened, and I decided that was another time for me to do something that I really love. Help my community, help women, help people. And what the best option for me was open my own company. And in my company, I want to educate people about emotional health or mental health. What happened? As you know, in our community, there are some taboos that people don't believe that if you go to the psychology or therapist, you are crazy or you are weak. You are no. And I try to tell them, to teach them, to educate them that no, going to a therapist is like when you go to the ophthalmologist. You need somebody who help you, okay? And this is the goal that I have in my company. Not just one-on-one or teaching workshop. I try to go inside the non-profits, small companies, big companies, and offer them um, workshops about bullying. We talk about bullying in high school. We talk about bullying in youth population. But what happened with the bullying that we have as an adult? Okay, I think that this is something that I am trying to educate people mainly in the workforce that exists a lot. Micromanager exists a lot of people suffering in silence because they cannot raise their voice because they are afraid to lose their jobs.
Do you feel like Hispanic business owners have a higher prevalence of suffering in silence than other communities?
When we talk about suffering in silence, I don't think it's white, yellow, Latinos, black. No, I think everyone. I mean, if you have a need, if you need your job, for example, you are white. Oh, neat. Aha. But you have a micromanager, narcissistic boss or supervisor, you are going to suffer in silence. So I don't think that is mainly one community than other. Mhm.
Hmm. Have you found that there are tools that help in particular with the type of bullying that you've been describing to create some interventions and create structural supports for employees who have been dealing with this?
Yes. Uh-huh. I think that again, when you educate people, they can understand. For example, when you are as an employee and some you have a supervisor, and the supervisor say you are doing this bad. Oh, you know what? I don't think that you are doing your job right. You start immediately feeling bad and bad and bad and bad and bad, and at some point you are depressed. You don't trust in yourself when you are really a great worker. So, but the problem is this person here. So I am trying to tell people, hey, it's not your fault. It's this person's fault. This is mainly the tool that I try to tell people. Don't feel that it's your situation, it's your age, you are doing something bad. No, because when you study, you know, the the behavior of each one, you say, no way, it's not your fault, baby. It's this person's fault. So this is one of the tools that I try to educate people in my workshops about that. Please raise your hand, raise your voice, say, I do understand that we need to continue in a position because you need the job, because you need the insurance, because you need the money. But please, please, please take care of yourself.
At some point, the cost of internalizing all that blame, which is not yours to carry, can become more than the cost of the paycheck.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, yeah.
What? So you're a doctorate, you're a single mom, you are an entrepreneur. How did you, what drives you? How did you find your passion for this in particular?
When probably you can say, or people can say, oh, Nereida always educate, educate. Well, I have a PhD in education, and for me, when you educate people, you open people's eyes, okay? And you tell them, hey, it's not what you think. For example, living in my country, Venezuela, many, many years ago, I have a very bad relationship with my ex-husband. And I didn't know, and probably you can laugh. People listen to me or listen to this podcast is gonna laugh. Say, what? Yes. For many years, I thought that the behavior of this man was normal. It's because he was crazy. It's because he was, oh my God, he was not sure about what he did. I was victim of domestic violence for many years. And you know what? My family said, oh, my community, my friend, no, Nerida, don't worry. Oh my God, probably he was tired. Oh, Nerida, because he was crazy. Talk to the priest because probably he has some problem and the priest in the church can help you. For many years. Moving to this country 20 years ago, I went to see my first therapist. And telling my therapist about my life, she said, "Oh, Nereida, I'm so sorry. You are a victim of domestic violence." No, no. It's because he was whatever. And in that moment, Nick, I realized that if you don't educate people, they never know. And because sometimes the culture said that it's normal, they normalize what we are doing, okay? And I say, no, we cannot normalize anymore domestic violence in Latino community, for example, or any other community, okay? Moving to this country, I became a single mom, have to clean in houses many years, and try to work hard because I want to give a good future to my children, a better life that I didn't have. Well, it was not easy, but it was not impossible because I am here and I can tell you my son graduated from Northwestern in Chicago. My daughter graduated with a good grade from Colorado State University. I became, I, I finished my master's degree, my PhD, and I am here. So while I am here, I said, Nereida, you need to do something. And you need to support many women with what you have learned in your life. Okay? Um, I can tell many single women, hey, it's not easy, but it's not impossible. Okay? And this is why I decided to open my company and offer my services to people who really need this service.
It was an incredible story of empowering yourself through education, through finding supports for yourself, and then leveraging that to empower others in that same way. Uh, that's absolutely wonderful to have you in our community and doing that good work. So thank you for all of the things that you are doing. Talk to me about who you hope to see in the room for your session at Founded in FoCo.
I hope to see people who read about emotional support, emotional health, going there. I hope to see many women, many. I hope to see and like this. I hope to see many micromanager over there, many people who is working with employees and to learn a little bit. I know that the time is only 45 minutes and we cannot change the world in 45 minutes, but at least one piece of the information that I am going to tell them that day, I mean, it's going to make me feel so happy because um, it's kind of hard to say that, but there are many people suffering now because they are facing bullying in their jobs, outside their job. There are people suffering because they have any condition, because I don't know. I think that when you educate people, you can empower them to succeed in whatever they want to do. Uh-huh.
Well, we're super thrilled to have you at this year's Founded in FoCo. And to talk to us about where we can find more about you and your business and where we can connect with you. And more importantly, if someone is trying to network with you, what kind of skills are you looking for somebody to connect with?
You can connect with me in Instagram, or Instagram, Nereida Perdigon, Nereida Perdigon. You're looking for Nereida Perdigon, Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, you can find more information about me or empoweryouNowConsulting.com. And I would love to connect with people who want to learn more about my experience, people who want to learn more about the topics that I work with, and also if there is somebody listening this podcast that needs some problem in their jobs, they need training. I am here, and I would love to work with them and support. Help them to have a more inclusive and safe environment. This is basically my goal, that people live in a inclusive, diverse, and very healthy environment, because when you don't live in a healthy environment, it's really hard. For example, I would like to create more conscience about people who have, eh, like mainly the neurodiversity. I would like to educate people that a person with autism is a person like everyone else. It's a person with a qualification. It's just a person with something different, but that's it. And please welcome everyone from the neurodiversity community and respect them mainly.
That is awesome. You alluded earlier to the idea of incorporating more Latinos into the community, making sure that Latino business owners show up and are engaged. What can we, as an event founded in FoCo, an entrepreneurial focused, nonprofit focused, creative freelancers, we want to see more Latino businesses in our community to feel comfortable and come out to these events. What can we be doing as an event to be fostering a more welcoming environment in that way?
Well, I think that Fondo Noco is doing a great job. I mean, honestly, I feel so happy because when I submit my application to participate in this conference, I said, well, I would prefer to offer mine in Spanish, my presentation, and immediately they contact me and say, hey, no problem. And I think this is something that we really need more in this community, that if we have a conference, at least one or two people who present in this in Spanish. And I think that what is for Funded Noco doing with my presentation, that putting me some company, that translator company, is amazing. And I celebrate that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Any last lingering words of advice for a listener out there?
Well, I just want to say that thank you so much for the opportunity that you are giving me today. You are giving me a voice, and I really appreciate that. I am raising my voice to tell everyone that if you want to empower yourself, please educate yourself. You don't have to pay $10,000. You don't have to pay 5,000. You don't have to go to the university. Educating yourself is basically trying to see what is happening and learn from this kind of event that FoCo is offering. So don't don't suffer in silence, please. Try to find help and try to be more inclusive. And I don't know, it's so I just want to say too many things now, but I just want to say, people, please don't suffer in silence. Try to find support, and I hope to see you all in my presentation, and I hope that you can enjoy it, my presentation.
For more great insights from experts just like Dr. Perdigon, you can come to Founded in FoCo. You can find tickets online at foundedinfoco.com. We have a pay what you can option, which allows you to have a sliding scale of whatever. If you are wanting to pay, you can put in that information and get a ticket. We have free lunch every single day. We have awesome coffee and networking events and music and great speakers that will be teaching you from a place of expertise, personal learning, personal stories, and sharing that expertise with you so that you can take it and apply it to your own life. And we cannot wait to see you there. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Nick Armstrong, and this is a Founded in FoCo podcast. For more great interviews like this one, join us at foundedinfoco.com.